Toi, damné de Dieu, fils d'une chienne. That's a really bad accent in French of you goddamn son of a bitch. Just something that popped into my head and that I remembered from an English class in junior high school. Something about translation. Anyway. Yeah, I guess this is taxi vlog number 55. I want to tell you some things that happened night before last. It is now the 1st of February 2009. 1/12 of the year is gone already. But without any further ado, here's the story. Ready for this? Okay. I get called to an address that's a little bit out of town, and I can't find the house because there are all these bushes and no lights are on, but I'm in the approximate location of where the house is supposed to be on the block. And I call up with my trusty little cell phone here. I call the person and I get someone saying, be out in a minute. Okay. So out of the shadows comes this girl. She opens the door and gets in, and right behind her out of the shadows comes this guy. And it's winter, but he wasn't wearing a jacket. He was just in a t-shirt. And nothing gets me more than as soon as you get in the car to rub me the wrong way. And of course he said something like, "Sup, big guy." Okay, fine. Politeness 101, you fail. Anyway, we start to drive, and in the first block he says, "Oh, yeah, she's got PMS, you know, it's really bad." And she's saying, "Oh, sorry, you know, sorry. Yeah, it's really bad, this PMS she's got." And like, I ignore them, you know, I play stupid and just, you know, shut up and drive, right? At this point, I'm shutting up and driving. I think I'm going to ignore them the rest of the way. They want to go quite a distance. Fine. You guys, you put on some music. And at that point in time, I was already, well, a little upset. And he wants to play music. Now, I generally don't play music in the cab because, number one, I don't feel like bringing my iPod to work. And that would be my choice of music. And it, well, not everyone would like it. But anyway, he wanted to hear the radio. And I said, "So what station do you want?" And he says, actually, back up a second here. I said, "Well, I don't usually play the radio because it annoys me. It's the same commercials over and over again, and the same top 40 songs over and over again. And yes, Victoria has really crappy radio stations. Okay, this is just my opinion. They you know, if I go travel somewhere else, usually the radio stations are more interesting. I really don't know why, but they just are. Anyways." So I turn the radio on because he says, "Oh, come on, you can play the radio. We're going a long way." I said, "All right, fine." So I turn it on. He says, "Well, you don't have to fucking get bent out of shape just because I want to hear the radio." So, you know, there was no time to judge anything or think about it. I just pulled over to the side and said, "Get out. I don't want your money. Call another cab. Obviously, you don't like this one." That's the end of that. I mean, you're trying to pick a fight with me, you're arguing with everything. You know, most people, if I say, "No, I'd rather not listen to the radio," they would say, "Oh, fine, okay, we'll deal," you know. And okay, so maybe they give me $1 tip less, or they don't give me a tip, but I don't care. I'm concentrating on the road here. I'm at work, okay? In my own car, it's a different story. I'll bring all kinds of music, but there are no customers involved. And when I'm in my own car, usually there isn't much traffic because it's always in the wee small hours or something like that. And I don't live in town, so it's kind of almost rural. I have trouble with that word. Rural. I had trouble with that word almost 2 years ago, and I still have trouble with that word. Okay, so I turfed him, and of course I felt like shit for about an hour. Not because I turfed him, but because I had to endure just this rudeness. You know, what is it with kids today? They think they can, you know, just because you're not allowed to hit them anymore, they don't learn manners and they don't learn how to be polite and respectful. It's a funny thing, you know, they always talk about respect. They don't give any. What's the point of respect? Anyway, so like I said, it took me about an hour to get over that crap. and I was starting to feel better, and we're going along, and then at one point it's just after 2 when the bars are letting out, and so this machine here is trying to send me downtown. No, I'm not going downtown. I hate downtown. Too many traffic lights, too many dinks jumping in front of your car, too much drama. Don't like it. Like quiet, residential. Even though the addresses are hard to find sometimes, I like quiet and residential. Why don't they light up their addresses out there? How am I supposed to find you if I can't see your address? Eh? You tell me that. How am I supposed to find you if I can't see your address? So I'm just skirting around downtown, and I turn a corner, and this guy's waving at me. So I said, I stop, and he says, oh, thank you, you saved my life. I, saw 10 cabs go by and nobody stopped for me, and well, the guy didn't look bad or anything. He had a goatee that went halfway down his chest, but aside from that, he looked perfectly fine, and he was zonkered out of his tree. Okay, he was quite drunk, but he was articulate enough to say where he wanted to go, and he wanted to pay Interac. I said, oh, I don't like paying Interac. That's this thing here. I don't like this thing. Okay, I don't like when you pay with that. You pay me cash, it's the best, okay? So I said, well, I would prefer cash. He said, okay, let's go past the bank machine there, and then you take me home. All right, no problem. I'll even stop the clock for you while you're, getting your money. So I did that, and then he wanted to go home, and we ended up at a dead-end street. He says, oh, I want to go back downtown to some convenience store chain. I'm not going to tell you which one, but a convenience store chain, to get some junk food, some greasy junk food. I'm thinking, oh shit, man, I would love to have greasy junk food too, because of my diet now that I'm on. I can't eat no bread, I can't eat no fats, I can't eat no rice and potatoes and all that stuff that I, really love to eat. Pastas, oh, I love pastas, but no, get me out of this lane, man. This guy's driving like an idiot. Okay, so long, idiot. Okay. So we go back downtown, and he says, we get to the convenience store, and he wants for me to wait. And I say, well, yeah, I'll wait for you if you leave me something to hold on to, like, some money. And the meter's already at $20, and he said, well, how much should I leave you? Well, give me 30, that's okay. He says, I give you 40, and when I come back, I'll give you 40 more to take me home. Oh boy, well, the meter was only at 20. Anyways, the guy comes back after a while, and of course the bars had just let out, so, there's people knocking on my windows trying to get in, trying to get a, no, I'm hired already. So, well, you can just take me up the road. No, I can't take you up the road because I've been prepaid. I've been paid to wait for this guy, so I'm doing it. Anyways, I took the guy home. It was $30.65 in the end, and of course, as soon as he got back in the car, he gave me another 40. So I'm holding 80 of his dollars already in my hand, in my left hand. I always keep the money in my hand until we're done. Then I stow it away once the customer's gone, so that they don't say, hey, I gave you a 50. No, you didn't. You gave me this $5 bill. So anyway, as we get back to his house, he's reaching for his wallet to pay me again. I said, no, sorry. You already paid me. I mean, sometimes you take it. I don't like taking advantage of people, even though it's so easy sometimes. And he already insisted on giving me the 40 and the other 40. So, I mean, I had $80 for a $30 ride, $50 tip. That's enough. I don't ask any more. I really don't ask any more than what's on the meter. But if you're kind enough to give me more, I'm just thrilled, because, that's just nice to receive tips. Nice to receive. I'm trying to make a corner here, and there's cars coming at me, and they're slowing down because they want to make the corner too, and I have to see the traffic light up there. Well, you know what? This was Taxi Vlog 55. I had fun doing it, and yeah, I'll see you later. Bye. How about this one? I just had a customer who wanted to play the radio, so we played the radio. But then when we got to our destination, she paid me, but then wouldn't get out of the car until the song was over. Can you beat that? It's like, fuck. I said, I thought you were leaving. She says, well, I just want to hear the end of this song. What next?
Feckwick.
Feckwick.